Hi guys, Jared here with Day Traders FX. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. We've got a couple of interesting setups to look at. You can see that quick little look at the markets here. Pretty positive day for Dow and S&P. Everything's closed and closed in a nice profit, so everything went pretty well there. As far as announcements go, we saw a few today, a couple of better than expected announcements for the U.S. We still have the PPI coming out for Australia in just a couple of hours. Coming up tomorrow, of course, we have the big news of non-farm payroll numbers, so we'll see how that goes. Employment numbers are always big movers, so be ready for that, both for Canada and the US, by the way, so we should see quite a bit of activity tomorrow morning. So on to the currency pairs, we've got some interesting setups. The euro dollar has been up and down, and it's headed back up again. We took one trade on this during the UK session, which was the break of this little neckline of this crazy looking head and shoulders pattern. And we grabbed some pips on the way down. It's back up and it's still holding this 129.80 area, which has been a pretty strong one. And it's back down, sitting right around, bounced right around the 129.30. And here it is running back up again. I'm starting to really like the euro dollar as a short, although we're going to have a really rough run down. At this point, I'm liking short entries right around 129.50 area, just below his 200-day moving average, right around the neckline there of that head and shoulders pattern. So again, about 129.50, and trading this down into, hopefully down into support, into support at the 128.80 area, 85, right in that general area. So we're going to watch that. We have a couple of interesting things in the works here. We've got some nice tweezers, great little tweezer pattern right here. So we're going to look for a couple of things. Basically, a break of this high gets really interesting. If we break 129.80, I'm crazy long on the euro dollar. But that's a little ways away. That's about 40 pips away. Likewise, if we break this low right here, I think this turns out to be a pretty nice little trade as well, which is about 129.30. So those are going to be some options, but again, I would prefer to get short around 129.50. So just get in on a little bit of a pullback, get short right there, kind of make things work on that. But again, we're going to have a hard time. We had a nice reversal candle right here on the 4-hour chart. It came down, and it's kind of just consolidating, retracing, and so on. Our daily chart on the euro dollar still looks pretty interesting. We're kind of just working our way up this channel and so on. We have a nice, again, reversal candle right here on the daily chart. And I think this is finally maybe what we need to push this pair mucho lower. So we're going to be watching for some of that and how we can get into that whole situation there. So definitely the pressure is down on euro dollar. Pressure is down. It's just where we're going to be able to get that perfect entry. So once again, around 129.50 is attractive for an entry to short the euro. Pound dollar still chopping around. One thing that the pound dollar has done is broken out of this right here. But as you can see on this daily chart, it broke out of let me get rid of that level there. It broke out of this trend line and basically gave us a double top of the kind of this midpoint back here of middle of October, and then it pin barred, give us a nice little pin bar. So I actually kind of like a short entry here to kind of sell the pound dollar. I think we're going to get some good opportunities to trade this back down. So at this point, we need to trade against these highs here, which are 161.75, and we're currently about 50 pips below that. So somewhere up here around the 161.40, 50 area, I would like to use to kind of short the pound dollar and start taking this pair back down. So we have a couple of good opportunities to kind of catch up with some of these pivot points that it's missed and do a few things like that. So I think again, a little retracement of about 20 pips from where it currently is to short against these highs looks great to me. So that's what I'll be leaning towards. Euro yen, more stuff on the euro yen. We've kind of double topped here. You can see we've got just a mess of a chart. It's really choppy and messy. But when we start going to slightly larger time frames, consolidation, we have a little bit of a reversal candle right there. It looks like we almost have a borderline pin bar in this consolidation, which definitely puts some bearish pressure on the euro yen. And then if we look at the daily chart, the weekly chart, you can see that we have a nice little downtrend in the works, and here's another reversal candle. So I think we might be in the works for some further downside on this euro dollar, or excuse me, this euro yen. Again, trading against this high of about 104.50, and you can see that we're currently sitting about 103.75. So trading against the high of 104.50 puts us again into a nice short opportunity. You can see there's our high back there. And we need to kind of trade against that level. But if we get a little bit of retracement higher, I will definitely be looking to short at these upper areas. So looking for that. Aussie dollar's kind of a mess. It's getting pretty choppy, but we've got a couple of opportunities here where it's kind of tried to break above this 10400, and it really hasn't been able to do it. It's made an honest attempt here. Ended up with a nice little shooting star just about right there, and so we're gonna see if that holds. So we've got a level. Excuse me, I'm just sneezing over here. We've got a nice strong level here that it's having a heck of a time breaking, and you can see this high right here, which is around 104.10. We've got this high around 104.10, so nice double top on that. If we can get some breaks lower, we'll be taking that. But so far, the Aussie looks pretty strong to the upside. But I'm still kind of leaning towards the shorts. Gold has double topped here, starting to break out through to the downside, so I think we've got some good opportunities. There's a nice little candle on that 4-hour chart and on that daily chart. So we've got some definite downward pressure on gold. Keep in mind, all of this we have to take into account with non-farm payroll numbers tomorrow, and the fact that that can really mix up markets and movement and so on. But we have some nice reversal candles on 4-hour and daily on gold. So everything is looking like it's headed to the downside. It's just going to be all about getting some retracement and getting in after a bit of pullback. So we're going to look for that. We'll be live in the chat tomorrow morning for the non-farm payroll numbers, and we'll see how things go there. Happy trading, everyone. Good luck on some pips, and we will catch you in the chat. And again on Twitter, you can follow me there at twitter.com/daytradersfx.